Tony D and Little Jones asleep in the house, and this is a screenwriter's rant on Beautiful Wedding, starring Dylan Sprouse and Virginia Gardner as a crazy couple who gets drunk and they have a volatile marriage. I don't know. I don't know exactly what happens in the movie. Do they get married accidentally, or is this like Hangover? Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Heart in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 13, available on Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. I hear Joan behind me, so it's distracting. It's distracting, Joan. You're ruining everything, as always. Anyhow, they're a very cute couple, and I don't know, they go on a honeymoon, or they're not married yet, and then maybe they're having the bachelor and bachelorette parties at the same time, and then wacky things happen. And she's a smoke show, but she's a bit of a disaster. And then her friend is whispering into her ear, "Oh, you should sleep around, I guess." I think that's what she's basically saying to her. Shut up, friend. Like, ladies, if you have a friend like this, you should not listen to her. That's absolutely the wrong thing to do. Okay? If you're thinking about sleeping around, you shouldn't get married. Continue to sleep around, I guess, if you want to, be alone. But you can. But this is a comedy, so it's fine. And I think they end up together. He classifies himself as possessive because he doesn't want his fiancée to run around the beach topless. Yeah, I think I can understand that feeling. It's not possessiveness at all, especially in a resort. Yeah, it's not totally safe. Like, look, it's not that he's being a good boyfriend. He's being a good boyfriend, watching out for her. So the idea that this is like, oh, he's so possessive, she's running around naked. So that's not good. But it's a comedy, so it's fine. And then I guess they're putting out a list of whether they should get married or have an annulment. I thought if you had sex, you couldn't have an annulment. You had to get divorced. I thought that's the way it worked, because I think they have sex in this movie, but apparently they want to stay married. They seem to be in love. And then there's a joke about him having an enormous unit. So it doesn't make him look bad. So I like that aspect of it, because they seem kind of evenly matched. Although he seems to have to do everything. And it's all about her and her needs, but at least they seem kind of more evenly matched than most of these movies I've seen. So I do like it. I'm leaning towards watching it because it does remind me a little bit of the Hangover. I think it has those elements. January 24th, 4th, and 5th in theaters. A film by Roger Gumbel. Hope I'm saying that right. Gumbel? So I like the leads. They're both good looking. Seem to be the right age. He's, I would be mad at her too. Like, what the hell are you doing with that guy? Tell him to get lost. Stop touching the other guy. Of course, that is a normal reaction. And this he's a bit touchy-feely, but with him. So I think there's a lot of wacky characters in this, a lot of drunk escapades. So this is a pretty funny scene, actually. So she decides, I'm going topless. No, that's just for the foreigners, he says. So she throws her top and starts running on the beach. And as guys look at her, he punches them out. So it's a really funny scene. He tries to punch out every guy on the beach because they're looking at his girlfriend. Come on, that's good. That's good. And then he gets arrested. So lots of drunken, crazy shenanigans. Looks like fun. Not sure who these people are. Is that him, just in different clothes? I kind of can't tell. I think it's the same guy. The girl also gets into shenanigans. She ends up being dressed as a Mexican wrestler, and I couldn't say the name. And then wrestling, and then getting beat up. and then some of the girls tempt him. So I think, yeah, I think this is going in the right direction. I've got a big pair of brains, her T-shirt says. So it seems to have a fun feel to it, a fun tone. I'm not exactly sure of the circumstances. They focus more on the hijinks than they do on the plot, which is fine because, again, it's a comedy. As long as it's funny, it's all good. All is forgiven as long as you're funny. I think this movie would be good. I don't like the title. It's called Beautiful Wedding. It's not a very funny title. I think it should probably be called something like Beautiful Wedding Disaster or, you know, The Wedding Idiots. I don't know. Something like that. I'm big on titles. I have to really think about titles to come up with the perfect one because to me, that encapsulates a movie. So you really got to think about it. But yeah, something better than Beautiful. Beautiful Wedding's a little too generic for a comedy. I think it should be a funner name, like Wedding from Hell. I don't know. Doesn't necessarily have to have wedding in it. I married an idiot. Two drunk people get married. I don't know. Something along those lines. That sort of spirit. Beautiful Wedding's kind of like too generic. You could see that on a list with no pictures and be like, what is that? It sounds boring. So, but beyond that, I think it would be pretty watchable. So the first act, I guess they are going on a resort vacation with their friends, and either right before or right in the first act, they get drunk and end up getting married. And so now they're debating, should they stay married or should they get an annulment before they get too involved, I guess. So that's the first act. And then I'm not sure, some of her friends don't like him, I guess. His friends, I don't know what they're trying to do, although they seem to encourage him to go after her, at least at some point in the movie. So, or that he did nothing wrong by defending her, which I don't think he did in any of the trailer I saw. Punching guys out's probably a little extreme, but it's funny. Second act, so they get into a kind of a back and forth, like, will they stay married or will they get annulled? She's being pushed into having wilder times. He's tempted but stays true to her. And I guess they go back and forth a little bit whether or not they're going to get married or, I don't know, go bang a bunch of people. So that's tons of shenanigans. Third act, I guess the big crisis is whether or not they're going to get married, whether she cheated on him or he cheated on her or whatever. There's a moment where she dresses up as the wrestler. That could be a big moment, but I doubt it. Looks fun, though. Looks fun. I think they're both kind of evenly matched with the shenanigans. So it's kind of like the Hangover, but with both sides. You know, I think they kind of did. So maybe the pitch was it's the Hangover meets Bridesmaids. And so you just kind of combine both movies and then people go crazy. I like it. I think it's ambitious. I think it could be fun. The trailer looks fun. I would totally watch this. I would. I definitely would try it out. Now, I'm not 100% on it, but the elements seem to all be there. Comes out in January, which is generally a bad time to release a movie. But this looks good. So maybe it's just a low budget thing and the guys who put it together happen to be pretty funny. It seems pretty funny. At least, now maybe we're seeing the best moments in the trailer, but I don't know. They're pretty decent. Let's see. Is there a write-up? No. And this is the second trailer, so I guess this is the second time they dropped this. The trailer's been out for a while. Yeah, romance comedy. Virginia Gardner and Dylan Sprouse. I've never heard of either one of them, but they look good for the leads. He's got leading man looks. She's a smoke show. So, perfect. I'm going to give it an upvote. Yeah, I think this could be good. So, look for this in January. Beautiful Wedding. I don't like the name, but maybe they'll change it before it's released. I doubt it, though. It's second trailer. So, good luck with it, guys. I think it could be good. And that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan, somewhere in the house. Thanks for tuning in. Have a Merry Christmas. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. So for me, being an Italian, it's a Feast of the Seven Fishes time. So I'm going to be doing that. I'll probably make some videos, but I don't know when I'm going to get around to it. So don't go crazy on me. The live stream's done. And no one showed up for it. That's fine. I know people are busy, but I kept it short. So if you want to hear a live stream, I'll probably do the Piney podcast maybe tomorrow if I get enough time. What else is up? And then the Christmas, I don't know what I'm doing. Christmas, I might not do anything. I might just do one video or something like that. Just say Merry Christmas and tell you a little bit about Christmas. And the next event for me will be December 30th. At Level Up Entertainment. That's going to be the last event for 2023. So don't miss that. I will be on TV on Tuesday on RVN Television. So definitely check out their website. And I'm in the Hamilton Gazette. Cool. I'm blowing up. All right. We'll see you tomorrow.